But first, tensions are rising in Port Richey as Black Lives Matter protesters and counter-protesters continue to hold demonstrations throughout the city. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Paula Gronin for Jameson. ABC Action News reporter McKenna King has been following this story for us. She tells us about the city's concerns over threats of violence and what the Black Lives Matter group hopes will come out of all of this.
Organizers have been holding these protests periodically throughout the week. The Black Lives Matter group postponed their protest tonight due to weather, but they say they'll be back at Port Richey City Hall tomorrow. Protests in Port Richey have been mostly peaceful.
There has been no violence, no burning, no looting, or anything like that.
That is up until the last few weeks as more and more counter-protesters started joining the Black Lives Matter group at City Hall.
Keeps rising until finally someone starts to lose their temper.
So far, Chief Kim Bogart says his police department has kept violence out, but the threats are rolling in.
But these hate groups coming out, sending us messages, talking about spraying us up, running us over.
In some instances, the Blue Lives Matter and the Trumpsters and at least one or two of the motorcycle groups have been even more antagonistic to the other side. But I can't say the other side is innocent.
Last weekend, the police department handed out several amplified sound citations and a trespassing ticket to Black Lives Matter activists. They also cited a counter-protester for covering his license tag and turned a video over to the state attorney's office, which showed a counter-protester displaying a gun.
We didn't invite this into our city. We didn't have any of these issues, none of these issues, until these protests began. And then it acted like a magnet and drew in the people that are against that.
Activist Marlo Jones says they're just looking for transparency and change.
And it's not just the body cams, it's also social programs. The west side of Port Richey is suffering. The homeless situation is out of control. People need help.
Chief Bogart says he put in an order for body cams, but they're on back order right now due to high demand. But the city of Port Richey says they're currently working on having an open discussion with Black Lives Matter organizers. Reporting in Port Richey, McKenna King, ABC Action News.